Anchorman.
Thou art not, Penshurst, built to envious show, of touch or marble, now canst boast a row, of polished pillars or a roof of gold, thou hast no lantern whereof tales are told.
Or stair or courts, but standest in ancient pile, and these grudged art reverence the while.
Thou joyest in better marks of soil, of air, of wood, of water, therein thou art fair.
Thou hast thy walks for health as well as sport, thy mount to which the dryads do resort.
Where Pan and Bacchus their high feasts have made, beneath the broad beech in the chestnut shade.
That taller tree which of a nut was set, at his great birth where all the muses met.
There in the writhe bark are cut the names of many a Slavin, taken with his flames.
And thence the ruddy satyrs oft provoke the lighter fawns to reach thy lady's oak.
They copse too, named of Gamage, thou hast there, that never fails to serve thee seasoned deer.
When thou wouldst feast or exercise thy friends, thy lower hand that to the river bends.
Thy sheep, thy bullocks, kine and calves do feed. The middle grounds thy mares and horses breed. Each bank doth yield thee conies and the tops, fertile of wood, ash shore, and Sydney's copse.
The crown thy open table doth provide, the purpled pheasant with the speckled side. The painted partridge lies in every field, and for thy mess is willing to be killed. And if the high swollen meadway fail thy dish, thou hast thy ponds that pay thee tribute fish.
Fat-aged carps that run into thy net, and pikes now weary their own kind to eat. As loath the second draught or cast to stay, officiously at first themselves betray.
Great eels that emulate them and leap on land, before the fisher or into his hand.
Then hath thy orchard fruit, thy garden flowers, fresh as the air and new as are the hours. The early cherry with the later plum, fig, grape, and quince, each in his time doth come. The blushing apricot and woolly peach hang on thy walls that every child may reach.
Where'd you get to?
And though thy walls be of the country stone, they're reared with no man's ruin, no man's groan. There's none that dwell about them wish them down, but all come in, the farmer and the clown. And no one empty-handed to salute thy lord and lady, though they have no suit. Some bring a capon, some nuts, some apples, or else send by their ripe daughters whom they would commend this way to husbands, and their baskets bear an emblem of themselves. In plum or pear.
I don't think I can follow up with that.
That's a Kentish accent.
Oh, what? But what can this, more than express their love, add to thy free provisions far above the need of such, whose liberal board doth flow with all that hospitality doth know, where no guest but is allowed to eat without his fear and of thy lord's own meat.
Where the same beer and bread and self-same wine, that is his lordship's, shall be also mine. And I not fain to sit, as some this day, at great men's tables, and yet dine away.
Here no man tells my cups, nor standing by, a waiter doth my gluttony envy, but gives me what I call and lets me eat. He knows below he shall find plenty of meat.
Thy tables hoard not up for the next day, nor when I take my lodging need I pray. For fire, for lights, for livery, all is there, and if thou then wert mine, or I reigned here.
There's nothing I can wish, for which I stay, that found King James when hunting late this way, with his brave son the prince, they saw thy fires shine bright on every hearth, as the desires of thy penates had been set on flame.
To entertain them, or the country came with all their zeal to warm their welcome here. What great I will not say, but sudden cheer didst thou make them, and what praise was heaped on thy good lady then, who therein reaped the just reward of her high housewifery.
To have her linen played and all things nigh, when she was far and not a room but dressed, as if it had expected such a guest. These, Penshurst, are thy praise, and yet not all. Thy lady's noble, fruitful, chaste withal.
His children thy great lord may call his own, a fortune in this age but rarely known.
They are and have been taught religion, thence their gentler spirits have sucked innocence.
Each morning, each evening, I'm taught to pray with the whole household and may every day.
Read in their virtuous parents' noble parts the mysteries of manners, arms, and arts.
Now, Penshurst, they that will proportion thee with other edifices when they see those proud, ambitious heaps and nothing else, may say their lords have built, but thy Lord dwells.